Microsoft Word Chapter 2, Project 3C, Indenting Text. All right, with our Intel Prop file still open, Step 1A, select the first two paragraphs of the text in the document, which is the text after the title, Property Protection Issues, and before the heading, Intellectual Property. So, after Property Protection, but before Intellectual Property. So all of this right here. Okay? Make sure that your horizontal ruler is displayed. If it is not displayed, which a lot of times in our labs it is not, you go to View, and then you simply put a check mark in that ruler box, okay? It's a toggle switch. It's either on or it's off. So if it's not, it doesn't have a check mark, just put one in there. Okay, so you have your horizontal ruler, right? Position the mouse pointer on the first line indent marker on the horizontal ruler. Okay, so you need to touch these. This one says first line indent, this one says hanging, and this one says left. So we want first line indent, so make sure it says first line indent or you will mess up your whole document. Okay, now hold it down and drag it to the 1/2 inch, which is right there. Okay, pretty easy so far, right? Step 1D. Select the paragraphs of text in the Intellectual Property section. Okay, so we're going to come down here to Intellectual Property. And we're going to select all of the text right here. Okay. Drag the first line indent marker on the horizontal ruler to the 1/2 inch mark. So first line indent. Make sure you get the screen tip that tells you it's first line indent. And drag it to your 1/2 inch marker right there. Okay. E. Select the paragraphs of text in the Fair Use section. Okay, scroll down to Fair Use. I'm going to grab everything in Fair Use. Click the Alignment button until the first line indent symbol displays, and then click the horizontal ruler at the 1/2 inch mark. Okay, so what we want to do is, you see this right here? This says left tab. Click it. Okay, we have a center tab. Click it. We've got a right tab. Click it. We have a decimal tab. Click it. We've got a bar tab. Click it. And we've got first line indent. Now we're going to come right over here, and all we're going to do is click at a 1/2 inch, and it didn't work for me. Hey, you right there. Thank you. The second time's a charm. Oh, by the way, it didn't work because I got a little bit on the gray area. You have to be all the way up on your ruler. Okay? So all you have to do, by the way, that seems like a really long way to get to that, but you learned another way to do it, right? Okay. Step F. Position the insertion point anywhere in the paragraph of text below the heading Intellectual Property. So you can just click. You don't have to select, which is nice. Make sure the first line indent symbol displays on the alignment button. Okay? Touch it and make sure your alignment button says first line indent. Then all you have to do is click in the white part this time. I swear I will. Come on. Right there, you mean machine. And it's giving me a hard time. Okay, it doesn't want to work for whatever reason. It's okay because I don't like it. I think it's a dumb way to do it. I say we can just grab our first line indent and pull it over. Does that work for you? Because it worked for me. And you know what? You're going to learn the real way to do it in the paragraph dialog box in just a minute, because, you know, I don't like a lot of margin of error. And there's a lot of margin of error when we start messing with this alignment button over here and messing around on the ruler. So let's go on and do the next part where you're going to learn to do it from the dialog box, which is a lot more precise. All right, step number 2. Since the text in the second paragraph in the Fair Use section is a quote, indent the text from the left and the right margins. Okay, big mistake in the homework when you're working on your own is everyone forgets to do the right side. You have to do both the left and the right. Okay, so step 2A. Position the insertion point anywhere in the second paragraph in the Fair Use section. The paragraph that begins a copyrighted work, including such. So it's right here. Okay, so any place in that paragraph. B. Paragraph dialog box launcher. Right there. Okay, paragraph dialog box, indents and spacing tab. Select the current measurement in the left measurement box. All right, so see where it says indentation? Left. Okay, we want this to be 0.5, not 0.05, but 0.5. Okay, now this is the one everyone forgets, the right side. Okay, also 0.5. So now we have set an indentation from both our left and our right at a 1/2 inch. Okay, now click the special option box arrow and then click none. So it says special first line. See that right here? Hit that down pointing arrow and select none. Okay, because we want it left and right both a 1/2 inch. Then hit your OK. Now, both our left and our right is indented by a 1/2 inch, which indicates that it is a quote. And if you are thinking about an English class, don't. Just pretend like everything's good right here because you're just learning how to do different types of formatting in Word right now. Step number 3, create a hanging indent for the first paragraph in the references section by positioning the insertion point anywhere in the first paragraph below the heading References. Okay? So I'm going to go Control End to take me all the way to the bottom. Right here, I'm going to click right here in Fuller Floyd, right? Do you see it? All right. All you have to do is press Control T as in Tom. Control T as in Tom. So when you type in your references, you just type the whole thing in and you make sure you never ever press the stroke of the Enter key any place here. You only hit the Enter key when you're ready to start a new reference, okay? If you hit the Enter key at the end of each line, it'll totally ruin this and you won't be able to do it. So make sure when you type it by hand, because obviously the book already typed this for you, but when you type it yourself, remember, no stroke of the Enter key unless you're going down to start another reference, okay? And again, all you do is type it straight in, and then you're going to, normally what we would do is we would go like this and Control T. But the book wants you to learn the different ways to do it, which is good. So we just did the first line and we did a Control T, okay? All right, now let's go down to the next line, which is Jean Meyerson. Now this time we're going to do it different. Click the alignment button. Ooh, you know I don't like this. Click the alignment button until the hanging indent symbol displays. All right, touch it, first line, touch it, hanging. Okay, now we're going to click on, I swear this thing hates me. We're going to click on, touch it, first line, hanging right there. I'm pulling it over. Okay, personally, I like a Control T, but keep going with me. All right, step number 5. Now we're going to create a hanging indent for the third paragraph another way, okay? So we're going to, oh thank goodness, we're going to do the third and fourth together. So just grab a piece of it, doesn't matter. It can be any place in here like that, as long as you have a piece of each one. Now, click the paragraph dialog box launcher. Then where it says special, hit that down pointing arrow, hanging. It defaults to a 1/2 inch, but make sure it does say a 1/2 inch, okay? And then you hit OK. Now, those are hanging indents, and that is a properly formatted set of references as far as the hanging indents go. It's properly formatted, okay? So go ahead and hit save, and you're ready to move on to your next video.